there, everybody. It's Ellen Weatherford.
And Christian Weatherford.
And this is Just the Zoo of Us, your favorite animal review podcast, where we rate your favorite animals out of 10 in the categories of effectiveness, ingenuity, and aesthetics.
We are not zoological experts, but we try our best to bring the best and most accurate information that we can.
And I'd like to say thank you to everybody who stepped up to support us during the Max Fun Drive, which has now come to a close. You guys really showed up for us, and I could not possibly thank you enough for your support. We hit a lot of our Max Fun membership goals, which now, as a way of saying thank you for all the support we received during the drive, we are going to be giving back with some really exciting new stuff. Probably the soonest one will be a new Kids Questions episode with Isaac. He is very excited to come back. He wants to be back on just as badly as you guys want him back on, I promise. So if anybody out there is maybe a family who listens with young, curious minds who listen to this show, if you have any questions about animals or nature or, I don't know, podcasting, stuff like that, send those questions in. You can email those to me at ellen@justthezooofus.com. Have a grown-up help you out, young listeners. And make sure you have kids' questions somewhere in the subject line. So look forward to that. Christian's also going to be DMing a D&D one-shot for us that I'm very excited about.
Yes. Don't know what that's going to look like just yet.
We'll figure that out when we get to it. Well, I mean, I'm sorry not to oversell you, but you're an excellent DM.
Nah.
And like, I've now had the privilege of getting to actually play D&D with you as the DM, and I get to like see you do it because like you've been DMing for Adventures League outside of the home for a few years now, so I haven't really gotten to like see you, you know, in your element.
Right.
But now that I've gotten to like play D&D with you a little bit more and like see you actually like DM, I'm like, oh, you're so good at it. And I'm very excited to bring that to the podcast.
Well, here's hoping.
So I'm really excited for, you know, how the drive went. And I really thank everybody for making it so special. A lot of people were like tuning into the streams, and a lot of people came to the Seattle meetup, which was really fun. So it was a lot, but we had a great time. And I just really appreciate everybody for showing up for us. So thank you to everybody who made this year's Max Fun Drive really special.
Thanks, everyone.
And I'm very excited about the animal that I have to talk about this week.
Okay, what animal is that?
This week, I'll be talking about the sand cat.
Sand cat.
Sand cat.
Huh.
Have you ever heard of it?
No. Although I know cats come from sandy areas,
sure.
Perhaps.
You're familiar with the concepts of sand and cat.
Yes.
Just put them together.
Yeah.
It's a cat that goes in sand.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Roll credits. Thanks, Max Fun. Thanks, Luzong. The scientific name is, are you ready for this? Felis margarita.
Wow.
Incredible name alert. Next time I need to like put a fake name onto like, I don't know, like a DoorDash delivery or something like that. Felis Margarita, that's it for me. I'm Felis Margarita now. That's an awesome name. Cool character name alert. The species was submitted by Lily W. Thank you, Lily.
Yeah.
And my work cited will be in the episode description. So if anyone wants to see where I am getting this information from, just scroll down and check out all the papers and articles and websites and stuff. Those will be in the works cited in the description. Now, this is a little cat. They are only up to 2 feet long, plus another foot for the tail, and between 3 to 8 pounds. So, like a little smaller than your typical house cat.
A lot smaller than our house cat.
I was about to say, like, our scale for this is busted.
We got big boy.
We got big boy. Our cat is huge, and I keep forgetting that our cat is like particularly huge. He's not like a Maine Coon or anything like that. He's just built different. Like he's just huge for no reason. He's just like a tabby cat, but he's like
Tampa street cat.
Yeah, I know. He's off the streets. And he's not 20 pounds,
no,
right?
he's like 10 or 11.
It's more than that, I'm pretty sure. He's huge.
Yeah.
But so it's funny because I'm so used to him. And then when I see literally anybody else's cat, I'm like, oh, it's a tiny baby. They're like, this is a normal cat, please.
Yeah,
you just have a freak monster kaiju at home. Now, the sand cat is one of the smallest species of cat, but not the smallest.
Right.
The rusty spotted cat from India and Sri Lanka, as well as the black-footed cat of southern Africa, are both smaller than the sand cat.
I'm so jealous of places that have lots of wild cats.
Right? We've got like bobcats and cougars.
Yeah.
That's it, I think. So we've got like some, but sand cats can be found in the deserts of northwestern Africa and Western Asia. And they're kind of like disconnected populations. So like there's this population in northern Africa, like northwestern Africa, particularly in Algeria, in like the Saharan desert. And then there's like a huge gap. And then there's another population in like the Arabian Peninsula. And then there's another population in Iran. And they all seem to be kind of disconnected from each other, but they're desert dwellers. So
Sure.
you'll find them in these desert areas. Now, they're in the family Felidae, which are the cats. So sand cats actually belong to the same genus as the domestic cat.
Oh.
So they're Felis. So this is Felis margarita. Domestic cats are Felis catus, which... hilarious. What should we call this one? It's giving like they forgot to prepare a name ahead of the meeting where they were going to share what names they thought up.
Now, are we sure cat came before the species name catus?
Certainly the word cat came before binomial nomenclature, yes.
I don't know.
Now, the Latin word for cat would have been, it was felis, right? Felis? But yeah, I mean, certainly the word cat came before like the species name, right? We didn't even have species names until like a few, like 100 years ago.
Sure.
It is funny to me that they're like cat.
Make it sound right.
Yeah, they like make it Latin-y, kind of. Give it a Latin-y sort of ending.
Do it in cursive.
Yeah, italicize it. All right, we're done. Well, what's kind of funny about that, because I was wondering, like, what's with this name Margarita? Why would they call it Felis Margarita? Do you want to hazard a guess?
Is it a person's name?
It is, unfortunately. It's a person's name, which is like the most boring etymology to me. I'm always kind of like,
Okay.
And okay, so this is a little tangent that I went on for no reason, but there was gold at the end of the rainbow.
Oh.
I was trying to figure out like where this name came from. I found this passage in this book from the 70s on like the original scientific description of the sand cat. And it was named after a French general whose last name was Marguerite. So I found this passage from this book. Quote, "It seems to the present writer that it was clearly originally a lapsus on the part of the author, or more probably a printer's error. The species was dedicated to Commandant, subsequently General Marguerite, to whom Loesch went to some length to express his gratitude for constant aid, as well as the hope that natural scientists would always preserve this helper's name. It is thus unthinkable that Loesch would have insulted a high-ranking soldier and friend by deliberately attaching a feminine forename to an animal which he hoped would lastingly commemorate this officer's kindness."
Wow.
Sorry? An unthinkable insult to have a feminine name? A feminine name? What? Unthinkable to insult him with a feminine name?
Dang.
You know what? Margarita, it is. Margarita, it will remain forever. I don't care what this dude's name is. This cat is Margarita now.
Yeah.
When I read that line, I was like, bro, what?
Now, this probably predated the beverage, I'm assuming.
This would have been in like the 1860s. So, I mean, the word comes from Spanish, right? It means daisy, I think.
I don't know.
I think it means daisy in Spanish. So, like, the word definitely predates the beverage.
Okay.
When were margaritas invented? Let's see what Google says. Oh, good. There's a Wikipedia page. According to cocktail historian David Wondrich, the margarita is related to the brandy Daisy. Margarita is Spanish for daisy.
Good job.
Thank you. There is an account from 1936 of Iowa newspaper editor James Graham finding such a cocktail. So 1930s.
Okay.
So yes, this would have long predated the drink. That's just a complete etymology naming tangent that has nothing to do with the actual animal itself.
Right. But unfortunately, what most people today would associate with that word.
Right. That's why I'm glad. I even like in this book that I got that little passage from, there was even a bunch of times where like the author of the book kept referring it to like also known as General Marguerite's cat. I'm like, not to me, fam. Sorry. It shall not, actually. So anyway, let's talk about the actual cat. If this is anyone's first time listening to this podcast, we rate animals out of 10, and the first category is effectiveness. These are physical adaptations, things built into the animal's body that let it do a good job of the things it's trying to do, such as find its food or not become food themselves. I'm giving the sand cat a 9 out of 10.
Very good. Very good.
Which you may have been expecting. I do tend to love the desert animals.
Sure.
Like animals adapted to very, very harsh conditions and climates that most other animals can't survive in. Already, I'm interested.
So this gives me a guess as to this is probably near the top of its food chain, if not.
It's towards the top. I wouldn't say it's all the way at the top. There would be things like birds of prey that could eat it. But there's not going to be a ton of other like large predators in these parts of the deserts because they're like on like the sand dunes,
right?
You know, like they're out there. This is also the only feline in the world that only lives in deserts.
Okay.
So like most other cat species are kind of like they'll take a desert, but like they could go into a grassland, a savanna, a prairie. This is the only feline in the world that is like a desert specialist.
Now you mentioned their populations are geographically fragmented.
Yes.
Is that because there are just not deserts between those areas, or?
You know, I don't really know what it is that has caused like these populations to be disjointed from each other, but I know they're disjointed enough that there are distinct differences between the populations. Okay. So like one of them tends to be like bigger with like darker colored fur. The other one tends to be like smaller and have more like visible stripes. So like they've been separated for long enough that they have visible differences between the populations.
Interesting.
Which I guess would imply to me that it's something geographic, like it's something that they've been separated for a very, very long time.
Perhaps just the desert shifting.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. We know that happens. So one of the adaptations to these hot, dry, and sandy deserts that they live in is they have really, really long hair on their paws. It like grows out between their toes and it grows over their paw pads so that like it covers the bottoms of their paw pads so they don't scorch their beans on the hot sand. So it's not too hot. If it's hot, if you're hot, they're hot. Bring them inside. Don't bring them inside. I'll talk about that later. So obviously, like this is an interesting trait, right? And I saw a lot of sources that described this trait saying that it's so that their paws don't leave tracks in the sand.
Okay.
Like so that they don't leave behind paw prints in the sand so you can't track them.
Okay.
So I have a couple of issues with that because I saw a ton of sources say this. So you're smiling like you know what I'm going to say.
Well, maybe.
What do you think? What's your issue? What's your take?
Tracks don't last all that long in sand in the first place.
That's one of them for sure. Like I saw I was watching like videos of sand cats in the sand and like they very much are leaving little like indents and impressions in the sand. Sure, it's not like a really well-defined you know, paw print, but nothing is going to leave a well-defined paw print. It's a sand dune. Right. Like nothing is going to really leave behind a very well-defined paw print. I don't think that's unique to them.
Sure.
But also, humans are really the only animal that hunts by tracking paw prints. There's like no other predator that paw prints would matter at all to. You know what I mean?
Go off smell first.
Smell is like, for the vast majority of predators, they're not going to be tracking by paw prints. They're going to be tracking you by your smell, right?
They're tracking that that corn chip smell in the
Yeah.
beans.
Maybe that's what the hair is supposed to be doing, like making it so that they don't leave behind the corn chip toe.
It's kind of giving like, oh, they march in single file to hide their numbers from Star Wars. So.
That's what I always wonder about that too, because I'm like, do animals actually, I don't think that other animals do actually like hunt by tracking, like following trails of paw prints. They'll follow a smell.
Right.
But I don't know of any other animal that actually tracks with paw prints. I think that's like a uniquely human thing because humans are visual. Like humans are much, much, much more visual than scent. I think that's just how humans track.
Sure.
And like, I guess certainly being able to hide from humans is a very valuable trait.
Yeah.
But humans are not like an ecologically relevant predator to the sand cat. So I really don't think it has anything to do with it. I suppose it doesn't hurt.
Sure.
But I don't think that the adaptation has to do with like covering their paw prints. I just don't think that's relevant to their needs at all. That was just my little, I kept seeing it everywhere. And I was like, I don't think this matters as much as you guys think it matters. I do also want to talk about their ears.
Okay.
Now, weirdly, I'm not going to talk about heat sinks because usually when I talk about desert mammals, usually heat sinks come up as they did for jackrabbits just a few episodes ago.
Right.
I'm going to show you a picture because I feel like you mentioned that you've never heard of a sand cat. So that tells me that you've never seen one. I'm going to show you a picture of what they look like right now.
What? Hold on.
They don't really look like what you think they're going to look like at first.
Huh.
They look kind of weird, right?
They're very squish.
They are kind of squished.
I like what's going on with the eyeliner, though.
Yeah, great eyeliner.
What is that called? Wings? Or
Give me a few more makeup terms that you know. If you say a bunch of them, one of them will probably be
I
right.
think that's it. Sorry.
That's all you had?
Yep. Sorry. Fierce.
Great. Yeah, you're doing really good. So what I wanted to kind of point out about them is this sort of funky shape of their head. It's very distinct. It looks very different from like any other species of cat. When you look at one, you know it. There's something kind of strange about it.
It's pushing Hey Arnold.
It's dangerously approaching Hey Arnold. Precipitously. Teetering over the edge of Hey Arnold. So, if anyone is listening to this and has never seen a sand cat, never seen a picture of them, and has no idea what I'm talking about, the sand cat's ears, like a lot of people describe them as being like enormous ears, and they do have large ears, but that's just because cats in general have large ears.
Yeah.
Their ears are actually not that much bigger than like a domestic house cat's ears. It's not the size of the ears, although inside the ears, their ear canals are particularly large. They have very, very large ear canals.
It's got more distance to cover between.
It's so funny you say that because unironically, that is exactly where I'm going with this. So their hearing is thought to be much more sensitive, but specifically to lower pitched frequencies. Like they're better at hearing lower pitched frequencies because those are the types of sounds of like things scurrying in the sand or, you know, burrowing under the sand or running across the sand. That sort of like thumping sound, I guess, is more likely to travel in the desert. So their ears are like more fine tuned to those lower pitched frequencies than other cats.
Now, what I meant by more distance to cover was because of how wide their heads are. So
no, that's where I'm going too. That's exactly where I'm going. Because something else about their ears, other than just like the sort of internal workings of them, is that they are very wide set, right?
Yes.
The ears are very wide apart and they're low on the head. They're not like up on top of the head like a lot of other cats' ears are. They're low and wide. They're kind of like pointing out to the sides almost. And there's like a few things that this could be helping the sand cat with. One of them actually kind of, for me, it harkens back to when we did the episode on the Palace's cat. You remember the Palace's cat? Is that grumpy looking cat?
Yeah.
And they also have these wide set ears that are low on the head. And for them, Pallas's cats also live on like steppes, basically, like wide open grasslands. Also, just similar to the desert, no coverage, like wide, flat, not a lot of vegetation, not a lot of hiding spots. So the idea is that these cats can be hiding in a burrow or behind something low to the ground, right? Something like a rock. And then they can peek out and spy on their prey, like almost spy hop a little bit. If they can peek out over these edges and watch their prey without really giving away much of their silhouette because the ears aren't poking straight out over the top, right? Okay. So that's one thing that the ears on the side of the head could be helping with. But another, and this was from a paper, I read a paper about this that suggests that the position of their ears could actually be helping them track sounds better because it affects the interoral time difference. You heard of this? Interoral, like AURAL.
Oh, that's what was tripping me up. Like,
you were thinking I was talking.
Like, how does?
Why are you talking about mouth?
Are they doing a bat thing?
Oh, now we're getting interesting.
So what? This lets them kind of hear in stereo, basically.
Yeah. Like it makes them better at hearing in stereo.
Yeah.
So this is the quote from the paper, and then I'll kind of explain it. The placement of sandcats' pinna-phalanges toward the side of the head that with relatively long ear canals could increase the interoral time differences and thereby improve sandcats' accuracy in pinpointing the location of sound sources. So basically, when you hear a sound nearby, the sound is not actually hitting both of your ears at the exact same time. Right. There's a tiny, 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 tiny little delay between whichever ear is closest to the sound. So the sound is going to hit the closest ear first, and then the other ear, like imperceptible, but enough for your brain to tell the difference.
Sure.
So if something is like right in front of you, it's going to be hitting both of your ears at pretty much the same time. Your brain's like, okay, it's like right ahead. But if a sound is hitting like your right ear and then your left ear, your brain can go, okay, that sound must be to my right because it hit my right ear first. Right. So these are like teeny, teeny, tiny little differences in time that your brain is just able to process quickly enough that it's able to, this is how you are able to tell what direction a sound is coming from. So the idea is that with these sand cats, they have basically maximized the space between their ears to make it a lot easier for their brain to tell. They can be a lot more sensitive to the differences in how long it is taking sound to reach their ears. So I was kind of surprised that you said it was because it takes so long for the sound to hit their ears, because I was like, yeah, that's actually it. It's like, did you read my notes? What are you doing? Leave me alone. So I thought that was interesting. Like, it's not a difference that like you can perceive consciously. It's just something going on in your brain that your brain is just so fast at processing that it doesn't register to you as a phenomenon at all. It's just like, oh, that's just the direction sound comes from. Like, you just feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Though I'm wondering, there's got to be a different mechanism there for like front to back, right?
Like how you can tell if a sound is coming from behind you or in front of you? I don't know. Because
technically, if something was perfectly in front of you and perfectly behind you, that sound would be hitting your ears at the same time in both cases.
We probably just have, our ears are probably just sensitive to like more than just like left, right. Like they're probably also sensitive to like sort of 360 degrees of directionality. So for the sand cat, the idea is that this helps them navigate by sound, right? Like if they hear prey that's like scurrying underground, and if it's prey that's underground under the sand, they're not going to be able to see it with their eyes and might not be able to smell it either. So the idea is that giving them such a good sense of being able to pinpoint the location of a sound makes it a lot easier for them to hunt, which I just thought that was interesting. Like, yeah, the end result is that their head looks a little funky. Okay, Christian, don't call them Hey Arnold. But it's for hunting. It makes them it makes them a more fearsome predator, okay?
I'm sure to something.
Let's take a quick break to hear from our friends on the Maximum Fun Network, and then we'll get to ingenuity, aesthetics, and some other stuff for sand cats.
Thank you to all the Max Fun members who supported us during Max Fun Drive. You're helping us as we try to put more good into the world. And as part of putting more good into the world, we've opened our annual post-drive charity sale. Max Fun members at $10 per month or more can purchase Max Fun Drive keychains featuring designs for shows across the network. And all members can buy our charity-exclusive keychain starring Mikey, our little microphone buddy from this year's Max Fun Drive. This year, we've decided to send the proceeds of the charity sale to the Center for Constitutional Rights. They're dedicated to the creative use of law as a positive force for social change, tackling issues like human rights abuses, racial injustice, and sexual and gender-based violence. These folks are fighting to make things better. So to get your keychains and support the Center for Constitutional Rights, head to MaximumFun.org/charity sale. And if you're not yet a member, you can still get in on this. To support the show you're listening to and get access to bonus content and the charity sale, just click the link in the show notes. The sale is live now, and it ends on Friday, May 15th. That's MaximumFun.org/charity sale. And thanks again.
Say, what's the trivia show where dreams come true?
It's gotta be Go Fact Yourself.
Legend in the house.
We quiz celebrity contestants about topics they love.
Then bring out surprise experts
to delight and amaze.
And then finally tell us why you know and love the lyrics to the song Knockin' Boots by Candyman.
Joining us tonight is a rapper and producer. It's Candyman!
Candyman! This is among the greatest moments of my life.
This is one of mine, too. I love it.
That's Go Fact Yourself.
Twice a month, every month.
Here on Maximum Fun.
If this is anyone's first time listening to this podcast, the second category we rate animals on is ingenuity. These are behaviors, ways that the animal is navigating their world or solving problems that they face. I'm giving sand cats a 7 out of 10.
Pretty good.
There are some little quirks that sand cats have.
Mm-hmm.
So unlike other felines, sand cats are much more inclined to digging. They're much more digging forward, digging prioritized than other cats. Which makes sense because, once again, they live in a place where there's not a lot of like vertical coverage, right? There's not going to be a lot of trees around for them to climb or jump in. So they don't really need those skills, right?
Sure.
It's going to be much more useful for them to be able to go down than to go up because there's nothing for you to go up onto in a lot of this desert.
Right.
Very, very sparse coverage. They can burrow to hide from the desert heat and also from the daylight. So they will spend a lot of the daytime hours in a burrow and then come out at night. This is a quote actually from the IUCN's cat specialist group. They're kind of writing about the struggles of like tracking them and counting them and seeing how many of them there are. It's very difficult to get a count of like how many there are. Even an estimate, very difficult to do. And one of the reasons, as they write, is, quote, sand cats cover their scats with sand, making diet studies difficult. Like, wow, huge news, breaking news, cats cover poop with sand. They live in a giant litter box. It's all one big litter box.
Yeah.
I guess that I always found it strange how cats have this sort of innate instinct to use a litter box, right? Whereas like a dog will just poop and pee all over your house and not really like have a second thought about it. But cats somehow just, if you just put some sand near them, they're like, oh, that's where I poop and pee.
Now, I'm sure if we lived in a house completely covered in sand, I'm sure they would also have not many qualms about where to do it. But
you think they would poop and pee everywhere if we just lived in a sand house?
Yeah. Like they wouldn't be contained to like a corner or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe they would have like, they're like, okay, but this is the special poop and pee sand.
I don't think so.
This is where I poop and pee. Yeah, like it's funny that like they're like, I have a substrate that I poop and pee on, and for some reason the humans only put my poop and pee substrate in this tiny little box.
Yes.
Not for the sand cat. The whole world is their litter box.
Right. That's why they don't leave.
That's why they adapted to the desert. They're like, this rules actually. I don't know what you guys are doing.
It's that whole like not wanting to use strange toilets while like out and about.
Oh, they're so right for that, actually. They're so real for that. Like, you think sand cats tried to start like adapting into like different ecosystems, but then they got there and they're like, ooh, I gotta poop actually. I gotta go home.
Yeah.
They never spend the night.
Mm-hmm.
In another article, the International Society for Endangered Cats described the first radio telemetry study of stand cats, writing, quote, "When a light is trained on them, they crouch low, closing their eyes so that no reflection is visible." As in, like, so I'm reading this as, and I don't know if this is the way that they intended it to be read or not, but I'm reading it as like, oh, they have this strategy where when you shine a light at them, they disguise themselves by like cleverly closing their eyes so that their eyes aren't reflecting back at you.
Uh-huh.
But then I thought about it and I was like, what would I do if someone blasted a flashlight into my face in the middle of the night? Probably close my eyes, I think.
I was kind of hoping it was one of those like, oh, they think if they can't see us, we can't see them type of things.
That's good too. I pretend I do not see it. Like, that is simply none of my business. Not my concern. Can't see the haters. They're blocking out the haters. It was just funny to me. I don't know if they meant it that way, but it was funny to me to imagine that they're like, wow, look at this unique, cunning strategy to avoid detection. And they're just like, ah! My eyes!
There's a meme template for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm imagining what it feels like when one of those dudes with a giant truck and the 20 billion watt LED headlights.
Oh, and they got a lift, but didn't get their headlights altered at all. So
it's just beaming directly into your retinas. That has to be how the sand cats feel when someone's just shining a flashlight around the desert. The cat's like, ah,
yeah.
Stop it. Sand cats do typically eat small mammals, things like jerboas and wild gerbils, as well as birds, even bugs. You can't really be too picky when you live in the desert because pickings are kind of slim. You got to take what you can get.
Wait, what's a jerboa?
Oh, a jerboa. It's this cute little critter. Let me show you a picture of what they look like. It's kind of like a cross between it's like a rabbit made of toothpicks.
Right.
Crossed with maybe like a gerbil. It's a lot like a gerbil, but like exaggerated.
Giraffe gerbil.
No, it doesn't have a long neck.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about
that's like
legs.
the defining characteristic. Where's the neck on this man? Show me. Point to me. That's like the defining characteristic of a giraffe.
Gazelle gerbil.
Okay, yeah. So they eat little things like that. But something that they do have a reputation for is even going for very venomous snakes. So they will hunt things like horned vipers, even cobras. Like, they will throw down. They will square up with venomous snakes.
Right.
And this is kind of where I gave them a slight deduction, because a lot of times when we talk about animals that hunt and eat these very, very venomous or very, very poisonous prey, that's usually accompanied by some sort of defense against the venom, right? They'll be like immune to the venom, or they can, metabolize it in some way or something, right? Like the grasshopper mouse. Like the grasshopper mouse is a small type of rodent that hunts and eats things like bark scorpions, and it is immune to their venom. So it hunts them because it is immune. Not the case here. Cat simply does not care. Just hunts them anyway. Fully will be KO'd if it does get bitten and envenomated, but is just like, well, that's the risk I gotta take, I guess.
Well, that's the path, right? So
the path of the warrior?
No. What I mean is,
this is the way?
Yeah. What I mean is, with like the grasshopper mouse, right? I think it's the other direction. Like, it probably started off hunting them before it had developed an immunity to its venom, and then eventually got there.
Enough generations just throw themselves at it.
Surely, right? That has to be like the order of those events.
I guess that's true, because like, that makes me wonder if there's anything out there that is like, has a complete immunity, just like a natural like times 0 multiplier against like some deadly neurotoxin, but like it has nothing to do with that.
I don't think so.
With that animal at all. So like, we would have no way of even knowing that it's totally immune to it, because they just like never interact.
No. I don't see a coral snake and be like, I can tank that.
Rolling your sleeves up like, all right, time to learn something about myself. Yeah, maybe we're just seeing like the very, very first battles of an evolutionary arms race, right? Like maybe we're just seeing the beginning stages where the behavior has emerged, but the physiological adaptation hasn't caught up to it yet. So we're still watching them just throw themselves at these venomous snakes.
The helmet comes after you smash your head against the wall.
One of these days, snakes. One of these days. One of these days I'll develop immunity to your venom. It does seem like they're pretty good at fighting the snakes, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're very, very fast. They'll kind of like bap the snake and then like back off. And then after they've kind of fought with it for a little while, they can do like a bite to the back of the head. Which, I mean, that's how you grab a snake, right? Like, if you have to grab a snake, grabbing it behind the head is usually like...
Well, that's also a very famous cat hunting technique, right?
That's true. Cats do that kind of regardless of what it is. But yeah, so they are good at fighting the snakes. They can do it. It's just funny to me that they choose to, despite having no protections. fully accepting that, like, you know what? This might take me out. But you know what? If this is how I go, this is how I go.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Lily's email requesting this animal, they mention, I remember doing a report on them in first grade and found it so cool how they drink blood instead of water. Please imagine a 5-year-old child's drawing of it.
Oh, boy.
First of all, that's awesome. That rules. That is really cool. Love that. You sound like you were an awesome kid. I would have loved to see that. And so I wanted to look into this because I was like, this immediately got my attention. I'm like, okay, a cat that drinks blood. I need to know more. So I'm not busting a myth, but I do think it needs some rephrasing.
Okay.
Because fundamentally, yes, it is true. Sand cats do consume blood.
Yeah.
As do all carnivores.
Sure.
Like, that is just when you're eating prey, if you're eating an animal, you are going to be consuming its blood because you're consuming basically the whole body, right?
Sure.
The way that cats tend to eat their prey, they're eating usually the whole thing, right? So, yeah, you're going to get blood in there. And yes, the blood from their prey does provide sand cats with enough moisture so that they do not need to seek out additional water.
Sure.
So they really don't need water. Because they're getting enough water from the blood of the things that they eat.
But this is very common for desert animals, right?
Yes.
To get liquid from places that isn't just standing water.
You can't get liquid from standing water. If something is living in the desert, it's probably doing that because it is getting its moisture from something that is not standing water.
Right.
Whether that is maybe it eats like a succulent plant, maybe it eats like cacti, cacti don't live on that hemisphere. There wouldn't be any cacti where sand cats live. But, if it's living in the desert, it probably is eating plants or it's getting its moisture from somewhere else. Most things that live in the desert are not getting their water from like water on the ground.
Right.
That being said, I feel like when you say that they drink blood, it evokes a very specific mental image, right? Of a cat either crouched over like a pool of blood and like lapping it up, like drinking it, or either more disturbing or cooler, sucking blood out of prey, right?
Well, it makes me wonder if they've developed hunting strategies to not waste it. Because like in other environments, they probably
be spilling a lot of it.
They don't care, right? In those environments.
True.
But I wonder if they've just developed a habit of doing it in a way where they make the most use out of it.
I imagine eating something whole, like eating prey whole, right? Like just without spilling much of the blood on
so they're like, their prey are small enough to where they're
it's little things. It's little like, gerbils. And
see, I was thinking just like lions scaled down, but...
No. No, this would be little prey. So I'd imagine prey that's small enough that they can fit the whole thing in their mouth, It's like a little gusher out there.
Oh.
A blood gusher.
Yuck.
Coming soon to store shelves near you. Would you try it?
No.
You always say yes. You always say you'd try it.
I think I draw a hard line in any food that is like, it's made of blood, jellied blood, whatever. I think I'm like...
I feel like blood is like... Well, what about blood pudding?
I've never had it, and I'm probably not going to seek it out. Honestly.
Not going to seek it out?
Yeah.
What if there's like hidden blood in it? You know how there's always like hidden veggies, like pureeing, if you like pureeing broccoli and stuff into like sauce so that kids don't notice that there's vegetables in it? What if there's some hidden blood?
It's like the blending navy beans into pasta sauce or whatever.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. What if there's some hidden blood in it? That's the only way I'm going to get you to eat a balanced diet. I got to start sneaking some blood in. So yes, it is true that they are meeting their water needs by consuming blood. I want to make it clear that they're not like vampires. They're not vampirically like seeking out just the blood of the prey.
Sure.
They're just getting what they need from the blood. So not very much was known about sandcat like movement, like how they use the space around them, until a 4-year study that tracked sandcats with radio collars in Morocco showed that despite being very, very small, sandcats travel shockingly vast distances. So one cat in the study traveled over 1,000 square miles in a little over half of a year.
Wow.
So like just over 6 months. Imagine like our cat traveling over like 1,000 square miles, like a country, basically. Like this cat was getting around. And the study also showed, which maybe was a little more surprising to me, that none of the cats in the study had wounds, scars, or broken teeth.
So, meaning they keep to their territories, or
meaning kind of the opposite, that it seems like they don't really care very much about each other. Like, because if they kept to their territories, like, yeah, that's one thing, but then if they do butt up against each other, they're going to fight, right?
Sure.
The only way you're going to keep to your territory is by actively maintaining your territory. But it seems much more likely that they just kind of don't care about each other, and that they just kind of pass by each other without fighting because they seem like they just largely do not care. They're very like tolerant to each other's presence. So this sort of combination of data of like, okay, they have much, much larger ranges, like home ranges, than anyone thought before, and also they're much more tolerant of each other than anyone thought before. The researchers suggest that rather than defending and patrolling a home territory, the sandcat's behavior might be more what you could describe as being nomadic. Not really having one specific home place, but kind of traveling wherever environmental conditions are good, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe we're following where it rains, or following where like a plant is blooming, or so not staying in one place and having that as their home territory, but just kind of going wherever. And if that is the case and they're not necessarily protecting a territory, what do they have to fight each other over? You know? It's like, what am I protecting? I'm just going to go wherever there's food. So like, what do I care if some other sandcat is here? No skin off my nose, you know? Which is really interesting. The researchers mentioned that this would be totally unlike any other cat species. Like no other cat species is known to behave this way.
I wish our cat was like that.
God. Literally earlier today, he was doing what he always does, which is looking out the window and getting upset about birds. But then I hear him go, and I'm like, oh God, what is it? And I look outside and there's another cat in our backyard, like right in front of the glass. And he was like, ooh, he was so mad. He was bloodlusted. he was so mad. And this cat was just rage baiting him through the door. It was so funny. So finally, the last category that we rate animals on is aesthetics. It's just how nice this animal is to look at. I can't go anything lower than a 10 out of 10. Look at this cutie pie. Here, I'll give you another pass at looking at him. Don't laugh at him.
I'm sorry.
Don't laugh.
Especially with the airplane ear picture.
Take him seriously. He's a real serious predator.
Aww.
Apex predator. Look at him.
Apex cutie.
Look at that.
Yeah.
With the babies, they're adorable. They're adorable, and they're also like just different enough from like house cats.
Mm.
You know, if it was just like, there's a lot of species of wild cat that I'm like, that's literally just a tabby cat.
Yeah.
That's just like a regular cat. I've seen that. Like that, he lives in my house. But like this one is different enough that like it is scratching the novelty itch in my brain. It's like, ooh, something different, something interesting, like something unusual and weird. Like it which is perfect for me aesthetically. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this little guy? Don't say anything mean about him.
Well.
You better be nice. Be nice to my son. What do you think, though? You can be mean if you want.
No, it's okay. It shares a lot of aesthetics with fennec foxes, I feel like.
It does look halfway between a fennec fox and Pallas's cat.
Yeah.
It does look like a blend of those two things. Very triangular ears, like as if they were drawn with protractors. Absolute satellite dishes on this fellow. Okay, so also, I'll fully admit, as I always do when I am researching an animal, I read the Wikipedia article.
Sure.
That's often where I start. So, in the Wikipedia article for sandcats, it uses a word I had never heard before to describe their color. It's not often I feel like I learn a new word for a color. I feel like I should have covered all that ground in kindergarten already. And yet here I am, 31 years old, learned a new word for a color. Isabelline.
Oh.
Have you ever heard this word before?
No.
Or Isabelline? Isabellin. Never heard it before. First time hearing it. Apparently, it means a pale yellowish beige color. So it is that like very, very light tan color. And also, it was like used in the original description of this species by like that French guy I talked about earlier. Like he also used the word like Isabella. So I, of course, was like, where did this word come from? I needed to know more about the etymology of this word for reasons that are known only to me. Actually, not even known to me. So etymologist Paul Anthony Jones writes on his blog, haggardhawks.com, quote, according to legend, its name alludes to color of Isabella of Spain's underwear.
Oh.
She allegedly refused to change her underclothes until her husband, Albert of Austria, won victory at the Siege of Ostend in 1601.
Huh.
The siege went on to last 3 years.
Yikes.
So the idea being that her underwear started off white.
Okay.
And was no longer that color.
Interesting.
Now, the author of this does go on to explain that this is a myth because the term had already been in use before the siege. So it couldn't have been that.
But it was a real event.
I mean, the siege really happened.
Okay.
The story about the underwear, who's to say? So I don't think I will be using that word to refer to the color of this.
Hold on. Did they win or lose that siege?
Oh. Does that change how you feel about the word?
This feels a lot like something that the other side that won came up with.
Is this history being written by the victors?
It feels like it, honestly.
Adding insult to injury. Yeah, they're just like, aha, you got sieged and you got dirty underpants.
Yeah, the fact they came up with that is a little strange, but
so I don't think I will be referring to this like beautiful little ray of sunshine of a marvelous creature with a word that means dirty underpants.
Yeah, so strange that it hasn't caught on more.
I think I'm going to refrain from comparing the color of the beautiful sand cat to the color of dirty, unwashed underpants.
I think it looks like undercooked bread.
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, bread that's like not quite there yet. Yeah. Or sugar cookies that are way too overdone. They also, before I move out of aesthetics, I want to say they bark.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Between the digging and the barking and then just like being pretty generally chill with each other, this is a lot of this feels like dog software on cat hardware.
Okay.
Okay, so to wrap up for sand cats, their conservation status is actually, this was surprising to me, on the IUCN Red List, they are listed as least concern.
Wow.
But that largely has to do with the fact that it is really, really difficult to get a number down for like how many of these things there are, because they have very, very low population density. Huge, huge, huge home ranges for not that many animals, and they're also very small and hard to find. So kind of difficult to actually get a sense for how their populations are doing and what kind of trends that their populations are on. They do face threats from things like conversion of their habitats to agricultural use. So like if part of the land that they live in is converted to something like a pasture that livestock is going to graze, then livestock grazing in an area can like reduce the vegetation, and then little mice and gerbils and stuff like that sand cats need to hunt. They're not going to have as much prey basically around if that land is being overgrazed by livestock. Now, since they are desert specialists, I feel like a lot of land that they're using is too hostile for agriculture. But that can cause fragmentation of habitat, right? Because this is an animal that travels such vast distances. So if their habitat is being kind of like sliced in half by human development or, you know, industrial activity, whatever it is, then that is going to cut them off from areas of this huge habitat range that they need regular access to. They can also face problems with feral domestic cats and dogs. They can outcompete them for prey or spread diseases among them. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they're in the same genus as the domesticated cat. They're actually quite closely related to the domestic cat. They're so closely related, in fact, that at the International London Cats Show in 2017, cat breeders Jackie and Tim Bliss debuted what they called Marguerites, a hybrid between a captive sand cat and a British shorthair cat. So they have hybridized on purpose sand cats with a domestic cat. I don't know if like hybrids have naturally occurred.
Right.
You would see sand cats and feral domestic cats occurring in some of the same places. I don't know if behaviorally they would be very likely to mate with each other because their mating behavior is pretty different. That like barking call I mentioned earlier, that's like a mating call. So like I don't know if like a cat would respond to that, you know?
Not well, probably.
No, they'd be like, what are you doing? Oh my God, stop. So behaviorally, I don't know if that would occur naturally in the wild, but at least these cat breeders did it on purpose. And the breeders described the cats as a, quote, experimental breed. So like they did it just to see if they could, I guess. So according to Sarah Hartwell writes on messybeast.com, quote, the captive bred sand cat male was claimed to be surplus to conservation requirements, as in like he was being used as like a conservation breeder, like they were like using him for like a species survival plan or something, but that like they had too many and like they didn't need him and so he was surplus. That's what they mean by that. And is a pet with access to domestic cats for company. In actuality, he had been bred for the pet trade and bought from an exotic pet trader. So I don't know why they gave a different story. Like they wanted it to sound like it was more legit than it was, right? I guess just like, oh, well, you know, he was bred for conservation purposes. Sounds a little bit better than he was just being bred for the pet trade, right? Like I don't really know why they gave a different story than what was true at first. But the pet trade really is, it's not like one of the biggest threats, but it is harmful to the species. They are desert specialists and they do not do well in human homes. Like we do not have the same comfort zones. What is comfortable for you is very different from what is comfortable for this cat. This cat wants to be in the sand and in like 90 to 110 degree heat. Like you and this cat do not share preferred living situations. If you've ever had a roommate that wants the thermostat set way different from you? Imagine. And as Hartwell points out, they are often taken from the wild because they don't do very well in homes and they're difficult to breed. So they are often just yoinked from the wild, which involves harming or killing the mother. So it is not a good idea. These are wild animals. You do not need them as a pet.
Right.
As I was reading this article and they were talking about like, we hybridized a domestic cat with a wild sand cat. And the whole time I'm thinking, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? We have cats. They're free, basically. They grow on trees. Literally go outside. There are cats everywhere for those with eyes to see them.
Yes.
Like we have perfectly good cats.
No one will stop you.
Literally just take one. Just go outside and grab the nearest cat you see. That's your cat now. Like there's no shortage of cats. We don't need new ones. Focus on the ones we got, okay? Yeah. We perfected it already. We have the perfect creature.
Oh, this one's Cat Pro. Sorry.
Cat Premium? You got to upgrade?
It's got a higher megapixel. More water resistant.
Oh, God, I wish. The frame rate on this thing goes crazy.
Oh, it's got AI on it now. Sorry.
Can I disable that? Can I turn it off? No? Great. Awesome. But also, like, you can't use the cat without, like, signing up for an account. The cat has to be connected to Wi-Fi. So, like, if your Wi-Fi goes down, your cat just is inoperable. Smart cat. And that's Sand Cats.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you for spending this time with me. I had a really great time learning about this little guy, this little cat that lives in the sand. As promised at the beginning of the episode, it's a cat that lives in the sand.
We did it.
And thank you, dear listener, for spending this time with us. If you had a great time with us, I would love it if you left behind some kind words for us in a review on your podcast app of choice, like Leaf Dodig, who writes, the best casual edutainment. As a grown-up PBS kid, I really appreciate how this podcast blends fascinating research with funny, lighthearted entertainment. The hosts and guests crack me up and keep me curious about the natural world. I love listening to an episode on my commute to work, then info dumping all the cool facts onto my coworkers. Thank you, Leaf. That was really nice to hear. I love that. Also, Hello the Oogie Oogie writes, 5 stars, don't forget about chicken. Do you remember the chicken scale?
Yeah.
Measuring with chickens? Okay. Don't forget about chicken emoji, the measurements of the world. Love this podcast, would recommend to anybody. I think this is one of my all-time favorites.
Aw.
Very nice. Thank you so much. And we would like to thank Maximum Fun for having us on their network alongside the other amazing shows on the network, like the ones that you heard promos for earlier during this episode. If you want to come learn more about the network and their other shows, plus get access to our monthly bonus content, we do a bonus episode every single month. If you want to come check those out, head over to MaximumFun.org. And finally, we'd like to thank Louis Zong for our theme music, which is wonderful and delightful and gets stuck in my head all the time. But it's nice that if there's a piece of music that I have to listen to multiple times, because while I'm editing, right, it's a piece of music that I have to listen to multiple times every single week forever, because that's what this podcast is going to be going on for until the heat death of the universe. Yeah, I'm really glad that it's this piece of music. Because in retrospect, I was not, I think, planning ahead for like, I'm going to have to listen to this piece of music every single week forever. And I tend to get burnt out and very deeply annoyed by pieces of music when I hear them too many times. Yeah. But no, this one stays fresh. This one is the gift that keeps on giving.
Excellent.
Yeah. So thanks, Louis Zong. And thanks, Christian.
Thank you.
And thank you, dear listener. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks. Bye.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows.
Supported
directly
by you.